Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you April's garbage. I'm going to start off with hair because it takes up the most space, with this being 1000ml. This is basic apple cider vinegar shampoo by 888. I never heard of this brand, but it's in Trago Mills. This was nice, it did clarify my hair. I would buy it again, but a smaller version because this took me so long to get through. I have another one of these and I have, I believe, one conditioner. But this was nice. I believe I paid like £7. So it was quite a good deal for 1000ml. Another shampoo that I finished is the full all-rounder shampoo. This was in a recent box, I believe by Beauty Bay. This was really nice. It felt weird when you was washing your hair because it was quite thick and it didn't like move around the hair all that much. But it did leave my hair feeling very soft and healthy. My hair is healthy, but it felt healthier. I would definitely try this again. And I'm almost finished on the conditioner also, which is equally as good. Next, I'm going to move on to fragrances. I finished 2 body mists. This one is by So, it's the Raspberry Frappe. This was really nice and I would buy it again. It was quite fun. It was sweet but not overpoweringly sweet. It definitely smelled like raspberry. Yeah, I would buy this again. I believe I paid £2 for this, £2 or £3 at Superdrug. But absolutely loved this and would get it again. I have the vanilla one also, which I am due to finish, hopefully in May. I also finished the Just Pink Body Mist by Next. Obviously I got it from Next. This is 145ml. This is my favourite scent that Next does. I like the perfume, but I did finish a body mist that I got for, I believe it was actually Christmas 2023. I received this in like a set, but I finally finished one of them. Yeah, I would buy this again, just like I would buy the perfume again. I do have the perfume at the moment. I believe I'm halfway through it. Hopefully I'll finish that this year because I've had it for like 6 years now. It's getting old. But I will keep repurchasing this scent in any form. I'm not sure if this really counts towards Empties because it was a sample, but I did finish a tester of the C Passion by Giorgio Armani. It's just one of those ones you get in like a magazine. I really love this scent, which is why I included it, and I would like to buy a full bottle of this when my collection is down, of course. But I do really enjoy this scent, and yeah, I always love to see it in a magazine so I can wear it. I finished off 2 supplements. This one is Delicious Magnesium by Nutri-Gums. These were gummies. I liked these. I believe they were £12 at Boots. I know that because I got the reward for the recycling app and I needed to pay £10, but I believe these were like £11 or £12. I would definitely buy this brand again. These were nice. I would try others that they have. They lasted exactly a month for me because I took 2. You could take 1 or 2 a day. But I enjoyed them. I didn't see massive effects in having more energy, but I did enjoy what I got out of them. Basically, there's better ones on the market, but they're more expensive. That's what I'm saying. I also finished Cranberry Extract by Boots. I didn't see a difference in my body with this. I'm not sure if I'd buy it again. Maybe it's because I'm healthy enough to not see any results, which is a good thing, I guess. But I didn't see any changes at all with this, so I wouldn't repurchase this. Though they didn't taste bad, they wasn't like huge. They just didn't really do anything for me. And I believe they were only like £3. And to get some of the boring parts out, I did finish another toothpaste by Oral-B. This is Pro Expert. This is a nice toothpaste. It's cheap. It does the job. It doesn't like whiten your teeth or anything, but it is just a nice basic toothpaste. And because it's cheap, I tend to buy these a lot. So yeah, that's my toothpaste. Would buy it again. I also finished a pack of Huggies wipes. I tend to keep these on my vanity because it's always good to have a pack of wipes, whether you're cleaning your vanity down or wiping your hand if you have makeup on it. Yeah, another boring product, but I finished another pack of Huggies. Moving on to a more exciting category, I have a pile of skincare this month. I finished off the Ingrown hair pads by First Aid Beauty. These ones, they're quite expensive. I think they're like £15 when I checked. I'm not sure though, it's been a while since I checked. I didn't get on with these at all, and I had them for possibly 3-4 years because I didn't get on with them. These are ingrown hair pads, but when I used them on my face, I had an ingrown hair for the first time in my life. So that tells me that they don't work for me. But yet I had a terrible ingrown hair right here on my chin. It was ghastly. Would not buy these again. I didn't see the point in them. Too expensive for the risk of having an ingrown hair. I've seen some people like love these, but when people ask, I'm like, nah, they don't work. So try them if you're interested. Try and get a sample, but not for me. Would not repurchase. Goodbye. I only finished one sheet mask this month, which is antioxidant. I don't know the brand. I believe it was Beauty something, but I ripped it off. It was something basic. It was Beauty something. But it's a cheap mask. It was a gift. Possibly from Body Care. I would say they got this because they got a bunch of things from Body Care. So I imagine it was the same store. This was a nice mask. I got it in possibly 20... I got it in 2024 because she always gets these sheet masks, and I thought I had it from 2023. This was from 2024. This was nice. I would buy it again. It wasn't like amazing, but it was nice enough for the Body Care cost it would be. There's nothing to write home about, basically. I finished off another vitamin C cream by Nip and Fab. This is the last one in the trio. I finished 2 last month if you saw my March empties. This is the final one. I preferred this one. It was a little bit tacky on the skin, but it did smooth down a lot nicer. So I wouldn't buy the trio again because I have found better vitamin C since, but it was a nice product while it lasted. So I wouldn't buy it again, but if you're looking for a cheap vitamin C, this could be for you. For moisturizers, I finished off another Miracle Cream by Revolution. Without blinding you, you guys know I go through so many of these, probably one a month, ideally. But yeah, I will keep buying these over and over and over, and if they're on deal, I will always get a good offer on them. This looks so weird the way I'm holding it, but I'm trying not to blind you. Miracle Cream, as always, would buy again. I love it. You know the story. Again, try not to blind you. I also have the Estee Lauder Revitalizing Supreme Youth Power Cream. This was in a box recently. This was really, really nice. It's expensive. I believe it's like £30 for 15ml. So it is quite pricey. I would absolutely get this again if it was in a box or if it was on offer at Boots. I would buy this again. Considering it's for like mature skin, it really did feel nice on my skin. I don't have mature skin, obviously, but it did feel really, really nice and hydrating on my skin. But yeah, I would absolutely buy this again. I loved it. For cleansers, I finished 2. This is the Eve Lom gel balm cleanser. I enjoyed this a lot. I really loved it. It smells like hops. If you come from the British countryside, you probably know what it smells like to go hop picking, especially in like the 70s or 80s. This is what this smells like. If you're a younger viewer, you probably like, what the hell is she talking about? But a lot of people don't like the smell of this because it smells like hops, but I love it because it reminds me of my childhood. But yeah, I bought another one of these in TK Maxx for £20, I believe it was. It was in my TK Maxx haul. But yeah, would buy this again. I loved it. It's a really nice cleanser, and it does take your makeup off effortlessly in one cleanse. Honestly, I went in with a two cleanse system, but it is really amazing on skin, and it does take your makeup off. That was such a weird way to describe a cleanser, wasn't it? What am I doing? I also finished a cleanser by 3HA or 3HA. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I hated this a lot. It really dries out your skin. Would never buy it again. I ended up using it as a body wash when it was like this much left, just to get it out. It smells like peppermint, really strong. If you get it in your eyes, it stings like a mother. Wouldn't buy this again, don't recommend. And I can't wait to get rid of it because I want it far away from me. I also finished a pile of body care. I have a scrub by Soap & Glory. This is the Fresh as Fig. This scent is so beautiful. Completely empty. I took every single bit of this out. I have the moisturizer version of this, and I will probably buy it again in time because I do have a few Soap & Glory products right now that I'm working on. But I absolutely loved this. I got it in one of the trios. Would buy it again. Loved it. Sorry if you can hear my stomach rumbling. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Staying with Soap & Glory, I finished off their Perfect Zen Foaming Bath and Shower Oil. I loved this also. Would buy it again. This felt really nice on the skin. Very hydrating. Didn't need to moisturize after. But yeah, really love this. I love most of Soap & Glory's products, to be honest. They're like my #1 brand. So if I ever say I don't like a product by Soap & Glory, you know something's wrong, because I'm like a #1 fan of Soap & Glory. But yeah, really love this, and the smell, especially for nighttime, it's very relaxing. I finished off another bubble bath or bath milk by the brand that I have recently discovered that I can't pronounce, which is Tesori Giorient. I know I butchered that, and I'm so sorry to wherever this came from. This is pomegranate and red tea. I preferred the last one I had. I believe it was like black rose, if I'm correct. This one is still nice, still moisturizing. I just didn't like the smell as much, but I would buy it again. I got it in TK Maxx for $3.99, but it was nice. The only thing the smell wasn't as nice as the last one. But these tend to last me 3 baths because I tend to put quite a lot in. But yeah, would buy again. I finished off 3 shower gels. This one is by Imperial Leather. It's cotton flower and vanilla. I really enjoyed this, which is surprising to me because I don't normally like these kind of shower gels. They're like £1 shower gels. I find they don't do enough for me. I don't feel clean when I use them. I know it sounds weird, but I really enjoyed this. I believe this was £1.80 maybe. This was at Boots, but I would buy this again because I really enjoyed the scent, and I did feel clean after this. So yeah, this is a new one on my list of loves, especially for something cheap. If you're traveling, camping, and the summertime's coming, I will be picking this up again. I finished off a bath milk by Cause, which is the Bellflower body milk. I hated this, considering it's a brand that I absolutely love usually. This was so awful. I would use this, not feel clean and have to wash again, and it didn't lather it very well either, so I wouldn't buy this again. I think I paid like maybe £5 for this at TK Maxx. I can't quite remember how much I paid, but awful product, wouldn't buy again, don't recommend, get it away from me. Thank God it's being recycled and it's the end of the month, so I don't have to look at it again. I finished off a mini shower gel by Sol de Janeiro, which is the Bum Dear Bright Clarifying AHA BHA Body Wash. I love this so much. This might possibly be my new favourite shower gel. I almost bought a full size recently, but like I was a good girl. I didn't buy it. I was like, wow, I have like 12 other shower gels to use up, but I almost bought it again. I will buy it again, but I am being a good girl for now, and I'm not tempted. But this is such a beautiful shower gel. It really did help clear up my skin, because I do tend to have some scarring as well from teenage acne. But I love this, the smell, the way it made my skin feel, the moisturizer that was in it somehow. It's just absolutely beautiful, beautiful product. This month I finished off 11 makeup products, which is amazing, I know. I finished off 2 pairs of eyelashes, one by number 7, and I have a loose pair, which is by P. Louise. This is from the 2024 advent calendar. It's a 3-pack. These are End Goal, I believe they was called. They're the smallest ones in the pack. These were really, really nice. They fit the eye. They were flexible enough on the eye, so I wasn't like sticking up in the corners. I really enjoyed these. I would buy lashes from P. Louise again. But yeah, they were nice. I'd got plenty of uses out of them. Looks like I'm holding a little bug. But yeah, they were nice. These ones by number 7, they are in there. They're just falling down. These look really nice on, but the corners don't like sticking down very well. So I would buy them again because they are cheap. I believe I paid £2.99 for these. But the corners can be a little bit of to stick down. So that was the only con with this. But once they were on the eye, they looked so beautiful, and my eye looked really, really feminine. Is a weird word to say, but that's how they looked. I would buy these again, but they're not my favourite by far. I finished off 2 foundations this month. This one is by Revolution Glow, one of their many brands. This is the Body Veil Face and Body. I believe this is like the MAC Face and Body dupe. This one I know I paid £2.50 for, and it bought clearance aisle. Bargain, I know. I believe they're like £15 usually. I really liked this. It's very light. It was too light for me, but I did mix it a lot. I really, really enjoyed this product, and I would buy these again because this is 120ml, so that's 4 foundations in one, so it's quite cheap for what it is. Yeah, love this, would buy it again. Absolutely buy it again. I also finished off the famous Double Wear by Estee Lauder. This one was a shade too dark for me, if I'm being completely honest, so I often mix this with this one and it made the perfect shade. I enjoyed this. It took me a while to work out how to use this because it can cake up quite easily, but I realised that a little bit of this goes a really long way, and when you use it that way, it just blends out really nicely and looks quite natural whilst having quite a good coverage. But I would buy this again in a lighter shade. I loved it. I believe I paid possibly £29 for this at Boots when it was on offer. but I've had this for like 3-4 years now. It was getting old. But yeah, loved this, would buy it again. I finished off a new favourite setting powder, which is again by Revolution. This is the translucent baking powder. Baking powder. Who wants bacon? Not me. This is the translucent baking powder. I really loved this. This set my makeup quite well. It's cheap, it's £5. You can't really go wrong with that. It's 32 grams, so you're getting a lot of powder. I believe this took me 4 months to finish. Usually I go through a powder every month. So yeah, this was really, really good because it lasted and it was cheap. I will keep buying these over and over and over. But yeah, I loved this just like I loved the foundation. Would buy it again. Just a really, really nice powder for a cheap price. I finished off a liquid eyeliner by MAC. This is the Brush Black Brushstroke 24 liner. It's a pretty basic looking liner. It's a pen tip. This lasted me 6 or 7 months, which is wild because I always throw an eyeliner out after 3 months, just like I do with my mascaras. But this just did not seem to want to die, but yet it lasted like 6-7 months. It was a really, really nice eyeliner. I would buy it again, absolutely buy it again. I'm not sure how much I paid for this. I think I got it in a £10 Tuesday deal at Boots. But yeah, I did like this, would buy it again, hopefully on offer. But yeah, it felt like it lasted a lifetime, to be honest. I was like, when is this going to die? Just because I was starting to get worried of the bacteria on the tip. But yeah, loved this, would buy it again. Speaking of eyes and the 3-month rule, I did finish off a mascara. This is the Beauty Bay High Key 13mm, so a full size. I finished this today, so I'm wearing it right now for like the last time. This is a really, really nice mascara, but I will say with such a big mascara, it doesn't really last very long, which is really wild to me. It's very reminiscent of the Maybelline Sky High, because that lasts me like a month and a half. This is double the size of that, and this lasted me not even 2 months, so but a month and a half. The product doesn't seem to last in here. That's the only downfall I found with this. It's a really, really nice mascara when it's on. There's very minimal flaking, which I'm fine with because you can just brush that away. I would buy this again. I have a mini actually to go that probably last me a week, but I would buy this again. Nice mascara, but it doesn't last very long in my experience, which is the only con really. I don't think it's that expensive. I think it's £9 on Beauty Bay. Could be wrong though. I got this in a deal. I had the eyeliner and this for 10, so it was quite a good deal. Would buy it again though. I would. A strange little addition, but I finished a lash glue by Velour. This was a really nice lash glue. It did stay all day. I didn't have any issues really. This got quite gloopy quite quickly, but it might be because it was sat around for like a few months, so that it could have dried out a little bit. That could be my problem. But yeah, this was a really nice glue. I'm not sure where I got this, honestly, because it was closed for a while, but I would buy it again. I finished off 3 setting sprays. 2 are the same. They are All Nighters by Urban Decay minis. I've tried this over and over and over again. These are not my favourite, but I will always use them if they come in a box or a set. If they come into my collection, I'll use them, but I wouldn't go out and buy one. So I did finish 2 of these, which equals to 30ml of All Nighter this month. I also finished the setting spray from P. Louise in the Advent calendar, which was the Go the Distance setting spray. This smelled like bubblegum. I don't know if anybody else who had the calendar picked up on that, but to me it smelled like bubblegum, which is not a Christmassy scent, at least in my opinion. This was decent. It does definitely make your skin more dewy. It's not mattifying or anything. I have a kind of a conspiracy. I haven't done any research on it though. This feels exactly like the Beauty Crop setting spray, and it's also packaged the same, just pink, not red. My conspiracy is that it's the same spray because it had the same sort of effect. And I didn't really like the Beauty Crop because it was a bit too oily looking on me. This was exactly the same. It's definitely a dewy spray, but I wouldn't buy it again, just like I wouldn't buy the Beauty Crop again. I could be wrong, so I'm going to say allegedly, but I think this could be the exact same spray, just a different brand on it. And that brings us to the end of April's garbage. I hope you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing, giving me a thumbs up, all of the good things, and I hope to see you in my next video. Please comment down below if you've tried any of these, and if you're working on any, what you finished this month. I really, really love to know and start a conversation. See you next time. Bye.